Uh, what's up, family? I'm here at California Pizza Kitchen in Legacy Village, located in Lyndhurst. And I have here with me who is my brother in Christ, who has become, who's quickly becoming a good friend of mine, Chris Walton. How you doing, Chris?
Good, man.
Good, that's what's up, my man. So, listen, Chris is the owner of CLPK Investments. Chris, why don't you tell people what that is?
So basically, what we do is we buy properties, we renovate them, and we sell them, and we also renovate properties for others. So like local investors, out-of-state investors, or just anybody who has a renovation that's needed, we'll take care of it.
And he does.
Well, try my best.
All right. So, but you don't only have one business, however, right?
No.
Like, so how many total businesses do you have?
So we have CLPK Investments. I have a creative space in downtown Bedford, and that's just me personally. But my wife has a few businesses as well. So her things is event planning, yard signs, balloon art. So both of us total is probably like 5 or 6.
Man.
But mainly I just deal with the 2.
Okay. That's your space.
Yeah.
That's where you flow.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, but like, how are these structured? I mean, do you have LLCs, S corps? I mean, what is it?
Yeah. So everything is an LLC. So the overall LLC is a CLPK investment, which is nothing but the first initials is all. So Chris, Latoya, Peyton, and Kendall. So I'm like really creating like an empire under that. So then we have other branches or tiers under that, but it's still all under CLPK investments.
All right. So you have one main LLC, but then it's an umbrella with other. Now, how do you do that?
So you just basically file the paperwork and pay a fee like everything else.
So it's just a little additional fee.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is it a one-time fee?
Yeah.
So you don't have to pay a whole bunch for an LLC period, and then it's even less. So
like $25, 25.
So it's like you just adding a branch.
Right.
Okay. That's lit. I like it.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's protecting the other ones.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Cool. So listen, I love talking to people about where they are, how they got there, and where they're going.
Okay.
Talking about vision and legacy, it gets me going.
Okay.
All right. So, but let's start from the beginning. All right. So, are you originally from the Cleveland area?
Yes.
Okay. So born from west side, east side?
East side.
So from East Cleveland, born and raised. On the playground you spend most of your days? That was corny, I know.
Really? You know. Look, you know.
Yeah.
But the
Okay.
east side of Cleveland, yes, sir.
All right, that's what's up. And so tell me about what it was like for you growing up.
Well, me in particular, growing up, I mean, it was kind of I wouldn't say same thing, but just born and raised in, the inner city, around a lot of drugs, killing, stealing, I mean, that's just kind of what it was growing up in them type of areas. But I never got into it.
Okay.
Always did sports and was really good at sports to keep me out of the streets. But all my friends were in the streets. So now a lot of them are either dead or in jail.
Got you.
So I was really one of the only ones that kind of went the other way. Everybody else was gang banging, drugging, and doing other things, and I was just stick with my sports, man, and saying I wanted something different.
All right. So now, seeing that, seeing like your friends, I mean, people that you held dear, seeing them in the street life, I mean, these are your boys. How did that affect you?
Well, it really didn't because my father and all them did it. I mean, so that's all I seen my whole life.
Exactly.
It was just a regular thing to me.
It's just way of life. You think that's how it was.
I just know I didn't want to do it.
Gotcha.
And nobody really made that decision. That's just a decision I made on my own. Like,
How'd you come to that?
it had to be God's grace, man.
Had his
Because
hand on you.
yeah, because I mean, that's all I seen. That's all everybody did was they had a lot of money. They was big time drug dealers. Most of the time, you're gonna go with that, man. But I just that wasn't my plight. That wasn't my plan. That was God's plan, and I just didn't go that way.
Man, so I mean that's amazing, you know, to be picked like that. You know, the word says many are called but few are chosen. And so you were chosen for a purpose. That was apart from that, that's all you saw. It was all around you.
Yeah.
I mean, and so like the argument is, you know, we're a product of our environment. You know, so pretty much what you see, what you're around, that's what you're gonna do. But you went against that. We were totally against that grain.
Yeah, all my uncles and them called me the golden child.
So, hey,
But they all work for me now. So
Hey, well, listen, hey, somebody has to be the Moses, right?
Listen.
Someone has to be the Joseph of their family to bring them out.
Listen, man.
Hey, listen, dude. Wait. Now, okay. Now, I'm not about to try to preach, not get biblical, but Joseph was the 11th child of Jacob's children, right? So at one point, he was the youngest.
You mean?
No, I'm talking about Joseph.
Oh, yeah.
Joseph was the youngest,
Yeah.
right? He had a dream. Pretty much that everybody was bound down to him. Yeah. Then his family sold him into slavery. He went through all that mess, but ended up becoming the second in command, only
sir.
the Pharaoh
Yes,
of
sir.
Egypt, and saved the world
Yes, sir.
and his family.
Yes, sir.
So you got up out of where you were,
Yeah.
and you saved your family. So you the Joseph of your family.
Yeah.
All right, praise the Lord. All right, just had a priest a church break.
Give him an offer, y'all.
You know,
Cash up down there somewhere.
yeah, you put it in the cash app. You know, send an offering in the cash
Right.
app. You know. Hey, what Pastor Vernon say? I'll pay where you eat, right?
Right.
All right, so clearly you play sports. You are good at sports. All right, so first I got to ask this. I have one question I wanted to ask you about that. But for you, what was your favorite sport? Where did you think, like, what was your favorite and where were you the best in?
Well, honestly, every sport I did varsity since a freshman.
Okay.
I didn't like start, but I played varsity every baseball as a freshman.
Okay.
Football, everything. So I was just athletic. Now my favorite sport was football.
Yeah, baby.
But I just, whatever I did, I was an All-American in high school. I played 3 sports. Favorite football, like I said, went to college and played in Toledo.
In Toledo.
I went to college and played in Toledo.
Okay.
And was there for a few years, and I came home because that was my Walton days. It didn't make the best decisions, but I never wanted to go to college.
No.
I just went to college basically because that's what you taught to do. You know, graduate school, get good grades, go to school, get a good job. So I basically did it because I was always considered a mama's boy or whatever it is. You know, I never disrespected my mother or my grandmother and things like that. So that's what they wanted for me. So that's what I did.
Gotcha.
So I was finding a way to leave, honestly, because I ain't want to be there.
No, you just wanted to get up out. Just took a bite, y'all. On that. So what did you want to do there?
I always wanted to do like building construction. Bowling Green had a building construction program, but I got accepted to Toledo, so I didn't want to go too far from my mom because obviously I was a mama's boy. So they gave me the most, and they accepted me, so that's where I went, which was like 15 minutes from Bowling Green. So they didn't necessarily have a construction program like Bowling Green, but that was my major, building construction, engineering, basically.
Okay, cool. So now you went to I mean, I love it how you've been answering some of the questions that I had without me asking. So I love that.
Cool.
You know, but I knew as we were talking, it's gonna spur some or spawn whatever. It's gonna bring about some other questions. You know, so now you went to Toledo. How many years were you there? 2, 3, 2. Okay. And now, talk about your experience in what you feel comfortable sharing. And you don't have to get real deep into it, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it was cool. You know, college stuff. You know, I mean, I loved it.
Okay.
I mean, I probably wish I probably would have finished now, but what I do, that ain't gonna make it wasn't gonna make a difference anyway. So
Right.
I really don't kind of look at what I should have done. I kind of stay in the present and try to see what I can do to move forward.
Yeah.
That's what I kind
feel
of
it.
focus on.
You know, what was there was a kids movie on. I don't remember which one it was, but it said, if you hold on to the past, you won't be able to get to your future. Something, facts. And so you make sure you went ahead, you got past that, like, okay, whatever, that is what it is. What we gonna do from this point?
Right.
All right. So now let's talk about your profession. So you were at Toledo for 2 years, and hold on, I'll ask this question. Our server is coming, and so hello. All right. So we have looked at the menu some.
Okay.
Now my question is, what recommendation? Now this is California Pizza Kitchen, so I know your pizzas are hitting.
Yes.
But I also was looking back here. This chicken tequila fettuccine, that caught my eye.
Okay.
So what are your thoughts about that?
It's green spinach. So already pasta is really good. It's just kind of like health wise. So like a lot of people are gluten. So that's like, if you're gluten, that's a really good pasta to go for.
Okay.
But it's just, that's really the major thing, is that it's a gluten-free pasta.
Listen, I don't have any special dietary.
So the best one is on the top. It's hard to say. It's just really, they have so many varieties, so it varies on like what you're in the mood for. They kind of cater to everybody's taste buds. Like,
Okay.
Literally.
Like chicken Alfredo.
No, they do. That's their garlic cream. That would be their garlic cream. They just call it garlic cream, but that's their chicken Alfredo.
All right.
There's a lot of Alfredo sauce in it.
You know what? It depends on who's in the kitchen, but for the most part.
So if someone says, I want a lot of Alfredo,
You would get it. They cater to customers.
I love that.
Mhm.
Yay.
Yeah, they don't play about their customers.
I love that. Okay, all right. So, have you had this?
Yes.
What was your experience?
I'm not a green spinach. I like my spinach green. I need to eat spinach. I don't want it into pasta. So
Gotcha.
for me, it was just okay. But
Like,
it's not
alright.
bad. But I'm not
Not bad.
the one that would.
Forget all that. What would you recommend?
So the chicken piccata is really good. That
I
one.
looked at that too.
Chicken piccata is good. The shrimp scampi is good.
Okay.
Especially if you love shrimp. Because of the zucchini, I love zucchini, so that's good.
Oh, it does
You know
have
what? But I
zucchini.
really love, my favorite is the kung pao, because it's like an Asian dish, but it's kind of like a kick with spice and sweet. But you can get
Kung
chicken
pao,
and shrimp in it. It tastes really good.
The compound
So
spaghetti.
chicken and shrimp. Chicken and shrimp and what? That sounds good.
The kung pao.
Yeah.
So it's like you can add chicken and shrimp, but it's really good because it has like that, like that Asian. It's kind of like an Asian dish in its own means, but it has like the sweet and sour. I mean, the spicy taste, like the sweet and spicy.
So it comes with the garlic, scallions, peanuts, and hot red chilies. And then you can add chicken and shrimp.
All the pastas you can add whatever protein you like. So that's another thing. They're very flexible. when
Okay.
it comes to that.
That sounds. You say that's your favorite, huh?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, I feel like that a lot. Okay. What the heck? Let's go with it. I'm gonna eat it. How you the compound the spaghetti? Is that what it is? Compound. Kung pao.
Kung pao. You want chicken and shrimp?
Let's do it.
Okay,
Let's do it.
no problem.
I may have to stick with the chicken, the Alfredo, man.
Okay.
Hey.
Cause I see they said peanuts, man.
Yeah, it got peanuts.
Yeah,
in
I
it. You
can't
can
do
always minus the peanuts, but I understand if you allergic to have a reaction, you probably want to stay away.
I want to just do something with like a chicken Alfredo with like chicken and shrimp or something.
Okay, you can do it that way too.
Boom. Here we go.
Okay, I'll get that in for you.
Thank you.
All right. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Okay, so question I was about to ask you. What was I about to ask you?
We talk about college.
College.
How many years I went there?
How many years you went? And then, oh, look at what. This isn't the question I was about to ask you, but what positions did you play?
Safety and linebacker.
Safety and linebacker? That's what's up.
Yep.
I love defense, man.
Oh, yeah.
Because I love, listen.
Especially that inside drill.
Man, I just wanted to crack heads.
Mm-hmm.
Even on offense, I played, what, shucks. From the time I played, I went from center to guard to fullback to center, back to fullback. My last 2 years of high school, I played fullback. And so all I wanted to do was hit somebody, man. If they didn't give me the ball, I'm on JV, they'd give me the ball because I would just run people over. That's all I wanted to do. Just run people. I had no vision. I didn't try to make cuts. If I saw somebody, I just tried to run them over. Either I did or I didn't. So, yeah, so I just like hitting people.
Okay.
So defense is what I love. Yeah, so that's what's up. Okay, cool. All right, so now let's talk about professions. I think I know it because I was about to move to that. Like you spent 2 years at Toledo. Now, when I first met you, it was at church. And you were doing security. You had that sidearm, so I figured, oh, this must be what he does professionally like, all the time. Now, is that what you did coming out of college?
So what I did, I started security under a green card before I went to school.
So what does that mean?
So I wasn't 18 yet.
Oh.
I used to work for Timber Protective Services, but my dad was the chief of the company, so I had to, basically that gave me the privilege to work for Timber Protective Services.
Yes, okay.
And then I went to school. Then I worked like some summer jobs or whatever. But then when I left college, I basically went back into it because I love private security.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I got licensed to be a peace officer in the state of Ohio.
Okay. Now, being a peace officer, did that enable you to own your own business? Because I know you owned your own company, right?
Not then.
Not then, okay.
Mm-hmm. I've been doing this for 11 years.
Gotcha.
So, I really started my own company when I had my first kid. Before that, I was doing private security and security, and I was working in a military packaging company. I was a lead building specialist, so we just read blueprints all day and built stuff.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. So, all right. So I was gonna ask how it came about that you were in security, but because your father was already in, that was like, okay, cool, that's my end.
Hey, it's like I'm a man. I gotta make some money. So
right. Yeah. So now the first company you own, what was that? The security company? Or
no,
was
it was rehab.
It was rehab.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When I first started, all I used to do was do clean outs and painting. That's all I really knew. But
that was what you know, right?
Yeah, I met a guy from the church named Stacy Collins, and he kind of took me under his wing. Well, not necessarily took me under his wing, but he was in the field of flipping homes. So I always had a real good work ethic, and I'm not to be cocky about it, but I just always rise to the top because I always treat it like it's my own. So whatever I do, I try to be the best at it. So I started with him, and he started me real low. Like, hey man, I know you know how to paint a little bit, do clean outs. I'm gonna start you at $375 a week. I'm like, all right, cool. That's all it is. But he was like, the more you learn, the more you know, the more I can pay you. So from there, I just started learning more and doing free stuff with people and things like that. And once I really got the grasp of it, because I learned by being hands-on. I don't really want to read a book all the time. Like, show me. I go down with my wife all the time. I give her my phone. So show me something. And she does it, and I still don't know how to do it. Like, you have to show me. Like, let me hold the phone and tell me exactly what to do. That's just how I learn.
As you're doing it.
Yeah.
they'll
Oh, you
send that
gotta do
to
it one
start
time.
firing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I got it.
But you can't do it for like I don't. I'm more hands on. So I started learning things, and then I'm like, man, listen, I want to start investing. I like that side.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So he said, hey, you come up with $10,000. $10,000. At that time, the market was kind of low. He said, I'll give you another 10 to get your first property. And from there, it was history.
Okay, so this is a question I did not have, but this it rose a great question for me. So, what would you say the value is in having a mentor? Because he pretty much he was showing you, you did what you knew to do, and then he started showing you more.
Well, I think a lot of people benefits from mentorship. Me personally, I don't think that was really my thing because I'm still kind of like that. Like he kind of was just telling me things like do this, and then but he never was like showing me the way. He was just say, hey, do this or learn this, and I always had the willpower to want to do it. So like I'm kind of like a self-motivated person.
Okay.
So the mentorship really isn't my best thing. My wife loves that type of stuff, and there's a lot of other people that does that. But I'm really kind of like, hey, you tell me how to do it, I'm gonna go ahead and make it happen. That's just kind of what I do. Not always that's the best way, but that's just like I really don't need nobody telling me. I mean, I would help, but it's like nobody really ever told me step for step what to do because he taught me one way to do certain things, but I always took it and tried to make it better and more to my liking. So mentorship is cool for some people or whatever, that's good, but me, I just believe, man, if you really want something, you got to do whatever it is you're supposed to do and have to do to go get it because nobody gives you anything.
Right.
And I'm like that to this day. My daughters have everything, so I'm trying to break that off, by taking them to shelters and doing things like that because all they knew, they think they rich. That's all they know though.
Yeah.
So I think I probably would have got to where I'm at faster with a mentor, but I just always had that self-will, that power just to kind of figure it out, man.
Okay.
And that's what I did. I mean, now where I'm at now, I would kind of like something like that because I'm just going to $30,000-$40,000, and I don't think I'm necessarily doing it always the best way because I'm doing it with cash instead of like lending and hard money and stuff like that or whatever. Right. So
instead of leveraging, maybe learning how to leverage other people's money.
Right. And I'm actually starting that in the springtime of this year. And I honestly didn't really get taught that. It's just I had to figure it out. Talk to I just kind of had to do whatever it is and be at the right place at the right time to kind of figure it out. So actually in March, that's what we'll be doing because for the last 11 years, well, for the first 5 years, we was broke. it wasn't nothing, but for the last 5-6 years, it's just literally, man, $30,000-$40,000 a month. But it's still not like people be like, "Hey, you mean that?" But it's still not like overflow for me, even though it's $30,000-$40,000 because it takes that to pay bills and to run the company. You know what I mean? So with this leveraging is really going to put me in a better situation and position because now I only have to use 10 to 15% of my money instead of 100% of my money.
Right. Okay.
So I can still do the same thing, but they're buying a house and I pay for 10% of it. They're financing the rehab 100%, and all I pay is a monthly fee on it. And when a house sells, they'll get all their money that I lent back plus what I pay them monthly.
Okay.
So that just gives me better leverage to do the things I need to do and to really get more profit than what I was doing before. But I had to go do that. I had to. For some reason in our community, people don't want to act like they want to tell you how they did what they did or got to where they at. Like it's a big secret. Like everything is on Google now. I mean, it ain't that serious.
It's like, all right, you don't want to tell me? I'm fine.
Yeah. So I just think, man, work ethic, man. Definitely networking, being with the people that's doing the things you're doing, but you just gotta have a will and desire to do it. Nobody can want it more than you. And that's really what I believe.
True that, because that happens a lot of times that, like, oh, this person, I want this so bad for you that I'm breaking my bank, but my desire to help you can only go so far. Because if you don't want it, then it's gonna come to nothing.
Right.
Now, there's one thing that you said. Now, in this community, now, listen. There's the human race. It's just the human race, right? We're all humans, but within the human race, there's what you call race issues, because historically, like, okay, we're gonna take people, we're gonna make a hierarchy based on color of skin. And so in this country and a lot of places, other places in the world, those with darker skin have been disenfranchised, and we have been pitted against each other. So as a black community, like you said, oftentimes, we don't want to say, like, this is how I did this and how I came up. The more information that we share that can be applied as a community, we can be elevated. You agree with that, right? Yeah.
I totally agree.
So share, y'all. Doggone. Okay. I just had that little rant real quick. All right, but one thing I wanted to ask is, what are some of the biggest lessons you've learned while on this journey?
Patience. Well, I guess not moving too fast, kind of patience, the same thing. But just perfecting your craft. And you just gotta do what nobody's willing to do, man. You just gotta. I learned, like, this game will chew you up and throw you out, man.
Oh, man.
It'll chew you up and throw you out. And like I said, every deal that we did wasn't, like a deal I just did last year was bad. You know what I mean? So, you still make mistakes. Some mistakes. No. This is a property. Your deal was good. This deal was good. You don't have to ask for nothing on that deal. That deal was definitely solid. It wasn't no issues with that one.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just a particular property, interest in things has changed, man. You have so much money into it, and it's just, it's still there.
Okay.
So.
All right. So, okay. Now this is gonna cause me to jump ahead a little bit. What I was gonna ask. All right. So, a couple questions. All right. So, how do you decide upon a house to flip, like in the area?
Well, yeah, it's the area. I have my agent run the comps.
Okay.
So you will see what the house is selling that's this size with this many bedrooms and this bathroom renovated. So, if you like, hey, it's this house in Shaker. It's $100,000. Okay, so you go check the property out, see exactly how much money it needs to rehab it. But I'm like, what's the comps? Oh, the comps $225. So if the house is $100 and you only need $50, you're at $150,000. But when you sell the property, you sell it for $225. That's $75,000 profit.
That sounds like a pretty good profit.
It's just all about profits. And at that time, I was doing like a house a month. So we did over $1 million in real estate. By that exactly, that route.
Okay.
Do you cut it in my face?
Yeah.
I'll take this call.
Go ahead, handle business. Not bad. Yeah.